My name is Steven Oostenberg. I'm a eco-artist and musician based in Vancouver. We're organizing these eco-art events so we can show ways of using the plants in the areas to, make art. I'm really excited to show the things in the neighborhood and show the people here and expand my practice by hosting workshops around here. We are really thankful to be hosting this workshop on the land of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh people, where we're able to work, play, and enjoy the plants that we're going to be using today. For eco-dyeing, which is what we're going to be doing first, we basically are bundling plants and putting lots of pressure onto it so that we can transfer the color onto fabrics that we've prepped. So basically, to dye the fabrics in the ways that I've done it, you need to clean out all the oils that are in it. I got all these from a massage therapist in the area that we're done with them. It had holes on the sides, so I scoured all of them using soda ash, which is so it's to clean all the oils out of it. So I've cleaned it for about an hour, all of these fabrics, and then afterwards you need to prep them with some sort of metal salt so that it is able to bind the pigments from the plants onto the fabric itself. So I boiled these for about an hour. It's supposed to help the colors directly land onto it. You're able to do a whole bunch of different metals. I mostly use alum because it feels the most safe. It's pre-made, and then it's a pretty bright color. You can use iron, which is going to be one that we use for May 8th, but it has more of it can have a reddish color, or it can be a saddening color. So it's kind of nice to start things out a bit bright. So basically today we're gonna be tying fabrics with flowers and other plant materials to put the color onto it. We're going to bundle it really tightly with the rope that we have around the table, and then put it into a steam pot that's in the kitchen. You can do basically anything with these as long as you put enough pressure to get the color from the plant material into the fiber. So you could just fold it a whole bunch, put plants in there, and then compress it. Or you could do a tie-dye thing, or what people call shibori. So it's basically folding it in really meticulous ways and then folding it onto itself so that the color is able to go through to each different layer. And we have different materials here that you can use. Before you start putting the plants on, it's helpful to get the spray bottle that we have in the center and spritz on a little bit so that it is able to soak up the color a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's good. I'll look too. Thanks.
Yeah, so today we're eco-dyeing some fabrics. So we collected cotton fabrics, and we are collecting local plants as well and bundling them together into tight packs.
Purpleness.
Folded
And I just learned about them. It's an East Coast tradition.
The type of plants that we're using for dyes are locally sourced flowers, such as bluebells and grape hyacinths, and some other leaves that we've collected from the neighborhood house.
Okay, cool. So I'll put the dead bug in there. Is there a dead bug? Right there.
We gathered those and bundled them into tight packets for us to steam and release the pigments into the fabric so that we can see all the patterns that you're able to make out of them.
No, actually, a couple of stamens.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of a bluish purple.
Ooh, interesting.
And something that I love about eco-dyeing in general is when you put it into the sun, it kind of has a much better glow to it. So putting it into the sun kind of fades it a bit quicker, but it also shows the beauty of it, because sometimes one side has a pattern and the other side has a little bit of a different one. And it's something that kind of gets activated more when you put it into the sun. So
You can watch her. No, I mean, this part is. Oh, sorry.
Not very often. Yes.
I feel like if you try and do something too precise,
the possibility of what like the plants in the neighborhood are able to do, and also like crossing over all of the different modalities that we're doing, like music and eco dyeing, and we're doing some things with cordage, which is like a basic rope. So it's really nice crossing over everything to show the, you know, the ability of art to cross over in so many different streams. Yeah. And you can use it for weaving. I weaved like a basket sculptural thing there, or I've seen people make like glasses holders or bracelets or
Super cool though. I am so glad we came.
Ooh, something's getting green.
Preserve my pattern. Oh no, come back.
So we're putting them into the pot so that we can steam the water within the plants and within the fabric so that we can extract the color, and we leave it in there for an hour, all stacked vertically so that the steam can go up the fabrics and basically activate the plants and get all the color out of them.
who else is doing the Swiss chard?
We leave them in there for about an hour so that it has time so that they can be mixed within the different layers, because there tends to be, you know, more steam on the bottom and less steam on the top. So we're mixing them around and making sure that they all get even coverage for the steaming.
All right. Yes.
I think it should use like rope for. This one I believe is from irises. We have like some different ones. The wider ones I believe are from irises, and then we have some that are similar that I think are gladiolas. And then I have a story with the tall guys there. Those ones are Chinese silvergrass. They're growing in my mom's yard. And my dad was a landscaper and unfortunately passed away a few years ago. And it's kind of a nice memory that I'm able to process and then reuse for all of my art stuff. And it's also like kind of hard to work with, like my dad. So yeah. We have stuff there. So I'm gonna like bring the cordage over to the table and we can show people like probably one-on-one. So we're gonna bring them over. You guys can learn some of the cordage here, all the cordage stuff with M. And then if you have any questions, please let me know.
My name is Em, and I'm an artist. I love making cyanotype prints, and I also really like to make chainmail. Yeah, I do a little bit of everything. We decided to do these series of workshops, because we both like making the same things, and we had too many ideas, so we decided to do a series. And the Marple Neighborhood House was like, we love it. We started off with making turmeric anthotype prints, and that went really well. We also, in that workshop, we collected plants from the garden to press for future workshops. The idea with these workshops was that like we'd start processes, and like some of them will take a few weeks, and those will like blend into other workshops. So the plant pressing, we'll be using them for the next workshop, which is the cyanotype printing and the black bean dyeing workshop. So we'll use the plants we pressed from the first workshop for that one.
Because you're switching it every time. You're not going the same way. What is
Selkirk and see the Red River Valley, where my family is from.
Like,
The Meechee side
I've thought about going to Newfoundland so many times.
And
And like,
then we go to Denver to see
After about an hour, we took them out. So now we're going to unbundle our steam bundles. So we're basically untying each little knot that we made to make our bundle as tight as we can, get all the color out of it. So we're laying them out by name and taking off each piece of wrapping as carefully as we can, collecting all of the spent flowers and collecting all of the plant materials so that I can reuse them in a different workshop.
very good.
The blackberry? This was some banana.
Sassafras and, this is madder.
So here's the drying rack that we're putting them on. We put them in order so each person can collect their own. I really love the turmeric colors that came out, and the amaranth had a beautiful pink that came through. And it made it smell very good. And I was like, okay.
But I waited to put the turmeric on after.
They're wet right now, so it's nice to let them dry for about 2 weeks, and people can wash them if they'd like. And they can be light fast or wash fast, depending on the plant itself.
Did you make this?
No, it was poured, and then I did. What did I do with it? This one has been dried and was rinsed to get all the colors off, and it has beautiful, I believe it has California poppy. Ones that we used today were perennial cornflower, and some other, calendulas, are mixed in there as well. The process now, we're just packing up things. So everyone unbundled all of their prints, and then people are able to take them home. But right now we're just packing up all of our cordage things, wrapping up everything that we kind of left in our wake. But yeah. Oh, and people are showing the length of their cordage pieces. Gosh, that's so fun. I tend to find people that are interested in nature and art at the same time. Generally, people that kind of a quieter energy and more intentional ways of dealing with the earth in general. I think eco-dyeing is something that people should try out more. It's a really exciting thing to explore the things in your neighborhood and be able to call things and plants and animals your neighbors more way to make my life more enriched. Of course, thank you.